Good morning, one and all. I am P. Srinivaslu, working as assistant professor in our EC department. I hope all you are doing good, and I am the class teacher for you for this semester. And I am going to deal this subject electronic device and circuits. In this session, for this session, I am going to give only just glimpses of the entire subject. For that sake, in the first unit, what are the main topics are going to be covered, and later on, what are the from the first unit, what is the main points, and the second unit, what is the main points, like that we will see the 5 units, entire 5 units. What are the topics we are going to cover, we will see. And from the depending upon the university concerned, Balaji.
సార్ వాయిస్ కొంచెం రేజ్ చేయండి సార్, వినిపించట్లేదు.
ఓకే ఇప్పుడు ఎట్లా ఉంది
సార్? ఓకే సార్, ఇప్పుడు పర్లేదు, వినిపిస్తుంది.
ఓకే మైక్రోఫోన్ దగ్గర పెడితే వినిపిస్తుంది అనుకుంటా అయితే. ఓకే, దిస్ the basic subject of EDC is dealt with basic components of electronics like diodes, transistors, FETs, and other designing part depending upon these electronic circuits here. This is the primary subject for your entire electronics. First, this is the electronic device and circuits subject you will come across. Later on, you will go for electronic circuit analysis subject. Later on, we will move on to the pulse and digital circuits, and digital electronics, linear integrated circuits, microprocessors, microwave, optical fibers, electronic measurement instrumentation. For all these subjects, every electronic subject in your main branch, and this is the primary and the heart of the entire electronics here. So you are supposed to maintain utmost attention for our electronic subject here. I am going to give a very, I will make this subject very easy for you. Don't worry for that. This is the subject which consists of both theory as well as some designing problems like that. Here we will for this session I am going to give the glimpses of entire units. What are the topics we are going to cover in the first unit, second unit, up to 5th unit, like that we are going to see. And after seeing all the topics, we will discuss about what are the course outcomes at the end of the course. At the end of the course, what is the main objective of that particular unit, and first unit, what is the main objective of first unit, and what is its outcome. Similarly, what is the second unit objective and what is its outcome, we will see. Those points are very necessary with respect to the NBR NAC point of view. And you are supposed to know those what is the course outcome for that. Each and every subject is also important here. And I will share my screen, and I will give some brief description about the syllabus. Please wait on. Is my screen visible? Is my screen visible to you, Balaji? It's visible. Is it visible to you?
Sir,
is it visible? బాలాజీ?
వస్తుంది సార్.
ఓకే ఓకే.
లోడ్ ఎస్ సార్ కనిపిస్తుంది సార్.
ఓకే ఓకే రైట్. This is our course objectives. This is our course objective. The main objective of our course is to learn and understand the basic concepts of semiconductor physics. This is regarding the first unit. This is the objective is given, and the second objective is study the physical phenomena such as conduction, transport mechanism, and electrical characteristics of different diodes. And the third objective is to learn and understand the applications of diodes as rectifiers with their operation and characteristics with and without filters are discussed. And the next objective is acquire knowledge about the principle of working and operation of bipolar junction transistor and field effect transistor and their characteristics. We can call this bipolar junction transistor as BJT, capital BJT, and the field effect transistor is FET. Next objective is to learn and understanding the purpose of transistor biasing and its significance. And last one is small signal equivalent circuit analysis of BJT and FET transistor amplifier and compare different configuration. These are the objectives. First objective is meant for first unit. Second objective is meant for second unit, and third objective is meant for application of this. First unit is semiconductor physics. First one is semiconductor. Regarding semiconductor physics, we are going to learn these semiconductor physics, and the second unit is about diodes, and third unit is about diodes and special diodes, and third unit is application of diodes. Third unit, that is rectifiers. We are going to learn about these rectifiers. And next one is BJT, bipolar junction transistors, and field effect transistor. Next unit, and this unit is application of these transistors is transistor biasing concept. And this is the advanced topic for using these transistor biasing. This is somewhat advanced topic. This is small signal analysis, that is H parameter model analysis can be done with this unit. That H parameter model analysis is the last topic for this electronic EDC subject, and it is the first topic for the next semester, first subject, that is ECA, electronic circuit analysis subject is there for you for the next semester. That is the that will be a entry unit for that subject. These are the objectives of our electronic device circuits. And later on these are the COs. We will again discuss the COs. CO means course outcomes. First unit, what is the for first unit, what is the course outcome? By learning that first unit, what is the output? It is just like an outcome. What is that outcome? By learning the first unit, by learning the second unit, like that for 5 units we are defined 5 COs here for the entire subject. Like that different subjects is having different COs. Like that we will discuss. Finally, what are the content present in this first unit, we will see first, and later on finally we will go for that course outcomes here. And this is the first unit. In the first unit we will come across these topics here. Those topics are review of semiconductor physics. Next one is what is Hall effect, continuity equation, law of junction, Fermi-Dirac function, Fermi level in intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductors. And next, this is the basic semiconductor material physics. This is the, and this is the junction diode characteristics. In that junction diode characteristics, how the junction is forming, what is the open circuit PN junction, biasing of PN junction. Biasing means applying some voltage to the diode. The diode may be a forward biased or reverse biased. If I am applying some positive voltage to the diode, we can call that it as forward biased. If I am applying some negative voltage for the diode, we can call that it as reverse bias. Like that, by applying those positive voltage and negative voltage, what is the variation with respect to the voltage and current is going to be measured, that we can call that it as VI characteristics here. What is the by taking some electronic component, this is the first one, electronic component. I am by taking this electronic component, I am attaching some voltage potential for the diode. In that, applying some voltage potential, that is by using some regulator power supply like that, I am going to apply some positive voltage. We can call that it as forward biased, and the negative voltage we can call that it as reverse bias. By applying those two voltages, what happens for this voltage and current, we will measure, and we will give out some specifications regarding that diode. Those specifications are analyzed with respect to the temperature, with respect to the resistance, with respect to the capacitance. Like that, we are going to analyze these junction diode characteristics. These are the topics we are going to cover in the first unit. And next unit is this is the application of it is just similar to application of diodes, or different types of diodes. It is just like different types of diodes. This is the special we can call this unit as special semiconductor devices also. We can call this unit as a special diodes also. First one is GNR diode. GNR diode, and in that GNR diode we can come across this mechanism. That mechanism is breakdown mechanism. GNR diode applications, we can GNR diode main application is it acts as a voltage regulator. And next one is LED. LED means light emitting diode. Next one is varactor diode, photodiode, tunnel diode. UJT means unijunction transistor. PNPN diode means it is just SCR, another form, PNPN diode. This is SCR. Construction of SCR, operation, and VI characteristics. For these entire diodes, we are going to discuss about the construction, operation, and VI characteristics. These all these parameters we are going to analyze. Next one. This next one is applications of these diodes. Those are rectifiers with filters, or rectifiers and filters. Here the basic rectifier setup. We will in the later on classes we will see what is the basic rectifier setup. By using some block diagram concept, we can come across what is that setup. Don't worry, we will. I'm just giving the what is the keywords present in each and every unit. That's it. Just to see for this hour. That's it. Basic rectifier setup: half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier, bridge rectifier, derivations of characteristics of rectifier, rectifier circuits, operation, input and output waveforms, filters, inductor filters, capacitor filters, pi filter, comparison of various filter circuits in terms of ripple factors. Like that, we are going to see all these topics in the rectifier unit. First, rectifier, in that there are two types of rectifiers, that is half wave and full wave rectifiers. The full wave, it is again divided into two types, that is full wave and bridge rectifiers. Like that, we will derive different parameters like average current or average voltage, RMS voltage, ripple factor, efficiency. All those terms can be derived in this rectifier unit. Okay, these are the topics we are going to cover in second unit. And this is the third unit. Third unit is transistor characteristics. Transistor is a three-terminal device. I will show what is diode, what is rectifier circuit and what is a transistor in the next class. In the next class means I will explain components of electronics in the next class. That is for whatever the you have seen already, you have come across these electronic components in electronics workshop. Is it right? Yes, you have seen those electronic components, each and every electronic component, basic description and working of each and every electronic component in the Siemens electronic workshop. Again, I will give the briefing about those electronics, each and every electronic component in the next class. You will know the what is each and every electronic component, what is the operation of that electronic component briefly, and later on what are the applications we will learn in this subject. And this is the third unit, transistor characteristics. In the transistor characteristics, subtopics are junction transistor. It consists of three layers, that is PNP or NPN. That is by formation of those junctions, by formation of in the middle, uh, I will come across two junctions. We can call this as junction transistor. The transistor current components, transistor equation, we will come across transistor equation, transistor configurations, transistor as an transistor can be operated as amplifier, characteristics of transistor in common base, common emitter and common collector configurations. And in that common base configuration, one model is there, that is Ebersmoll model of a transistor, and some mechanism is there. That mechanism is punch through effect or reach through effect. And by knowing the basic operation of transistor, we can apply it for optical circuits also. We can call that it as phototransistor. Typical transistor junction voltage values can be identified by knowing the different transistor operations, different configurations of transistor. And next one is this is FET, means field effect transistor. This this field effect transistor is just similar to transistor, but the terminals of this FET is different. In BJT, you will come across base, emitter, and collector, whereas here you will come across gate, drain, and source. Source terminals you will come across in this FET, and how those terminals we are going to identify, we will see later on. FET types. FET types. These FET types are P channel and N channel FETs are there, and those P channel and N channel construction we are going to learn. Operation, characteristics of that FET. It depends upon mu. Mu means amplification factor mu, conductance Gm, Rd is resistance. Amplification factor mu, Gm, Rd parameters we will analyze after learning about these FETs here. And and MOSFET, JFET, first one is JFET and next one is MOSFET. J means junction. J means junction. MOS means metal oxide semiconductor. MOS. Hello. MOS means metal oxide semiconductor. Field effect transistor. We are going to learn about these two FETs. These two FETs in this unit. These are the topics we are going to cover in third unit. And the fourth unit is the actually for a sequence. First transistor, after learning these transistor characteristics, transistor biasing is very flexible to learn, and later on we will see this FETs after learning this transistor biasing. That is the sequence. Normally transistor biasing means applying voltage, that is the biasing. Transistor biasing and thermal stabilization is the main heading for this unit. Need for biasing, operating point Q. Operating point Q. What is this operating point Q and what is its effect, we will see in this unit. Load line analysis, BJT biasing methods, basic stability, fixed bias, collector to base bias, self bias, stabilization against variation with respect to VBE, IC, and beta. Stability factors are S, S dash, S double dash. Those, what are those terms? We will see in the upcoming classes. Don't worry. Bias compensation, thermal runaway, thermal stability, FET biasing methods, and stabilization. These are the topics in fourth unit and fifth unit. And fifth unit is the small signal low frequency transistor amplifier model. This is the, we can call this as H parameter model, two-port network model. You will come across here that the two-port network, we can call it as H parameter model network. Transistor hybrid model. It is a combination of different parameters. Therefore, we can call this as hybrid. It can give the input impedance, output impedance, and voltage and current values from this unit. Therefore, we can call this as hybrid model. Therefore, the short form of this hybrid model is H here. We can call this hybrid as small h parameters. Generalized analysis of transistor amplifier model using H parameters is analyzed here, and analysis of common base, common emitter, and common collector amplifiers using exact and approximate analysis is going to be done here. Comparison of different transistor amplifier is also going to be done here. The main amplifier we are going to discuss in this unit is common emitter amplifier. Common emitter amplifier is having more advantages when compared to the common base or common collector. This amplifier, just memorize this one. Common emitter amplifier is having more advantages when compared to the common base or common collector amplifier. And this is just like a comparison with respect to the we know all the details regarding this BJT, that is bipolar junction transistor. What is the operation of bipolar junction transistor? From that, what is the amplifier characteristics can be identified. Later on, we can make some analogy between these BJT amplifier and this FET amplifier. For that sake, generalized analysis of small signal model is analyzed with respect to the gate, source, and drain. C means common. That is, first one is analysis of common gate, common source, common drain amplifier. Comparison of FET amplifiers. These are the topics we are going to see in the unit 5. These are some textbooks. Milliman and Hawkins is the standard textbook for you. Please keep one textbook along with you while I am teaching the subject. If it is possible, book one textbook in online. It is more helpful to you. Okay. I will give material at the end of each and every unit, but you need to maintain one fair notes for it will be more helpful to you, because while I am teaching, if you write something, it will be go into your mind. Whereas if you just listen to that topic and you are not going to write anything on the paper, it is not at all a good way to learn something. I used to learn the things by writing something. If you know NPTEL courses, NPTEL courses. Tell me, NPTEL courses. By taking that NPTEL courses also, I use it to write whatever the subject I am taking. For that subject, entire subject, I use it to write notes for that subject, and I will use it to refer for the assignment sake, or as well as for the end exam sake. I will refer for that notes, and I have completed 8 NPTEL courses till now, and Coursera courses also I have done 8 courses. Online, I was very passionate about these online courses. Tell me, Nandini.
Nothing, sir. By mistake, press signs.
Okay. give a minute. I'm just stopping this recording, and I will discuss a normal topic with you.